You're watching my favorite YouTube channel. I am Chill Monger. This week in comics, the X-Men had like an election and it looks like they're going to choose their own team members. Got me thinking about the films. It's coming eventually. The MCU will have X-Men. And in this movie, I'm going to choose the team members. There are two locks no matter what. Logan, Logan is going to be a lock, and Scott Summers, Cyclops, definitely going to be members of the team. Jean Grey, and she'll probably die. Storm is a must. Rogue is a must to deal with Carol Danvers. Because Carol can't just be around with all the powers. We're gonna keep wondering, why don't they call her? They already know about her. So that and then Rogue is gonna have Gambit with her. How am I at 6? You gotta have Beast, Angel, Iceman to round out the original X-Men. And I think those 9 will be the focus of the movie. Okay, they'll also appear in the Disney Plus, but those 9 will probably have the most speaking roles in the movie. They'll do the most media for their movie, and I'll get to the movies in a second and how I want it split. Also, will be Nightcrawler, Polaris, Colossus and Kitty and Magic, that trio, Cannonball and Sunspot, because we're gonna take the New Mutants, and they'll be 24 in my movie. They'll start off 24. Same with Katie Pryde. So I got those mutants. Now, I want to split the films into 2. A movie called X-Men Blue and a movie called X-Men Gold. They both hit the theaters at the same time, same week. The difference will be about 30 minutes of footage. You might see a scene where they're in the auditorium and Professor X is giving a speech, and the camera's gonna move over to like Storm chilling with Cyclops, nudging him and talking this and that. That's going to be in the movie X-Men Blue. But in the movie X-Men Gold, you're going to see that same scene with Professor X talking in the auditorium, but it pans over to Kate, it pans over to Colossus. And I just want to have different scenes like that throughout the film. So we still get the same taste, the same feeling, but it gives a reason for people to go back to the theater to see a different movie, which is going to be the same movie. It gives something to do with your deleted scenes. You don't got to delete them anymore. You can do that. You can put extra backstory for a character like Nightcrawler, and a character for who else is here? Polaris. You can do stuff like that. Give a scene where a big heavy action scene on one side where you hear an explosion, and then in the Gold movie you hear the reason why that explosion happened in the first place, which set up the domino effects to the first movie. But something cool and interesting like that, especially in this Disney Plus era, where we're gonna get to see all of our films 3 months later on Disney Plus for the subscription price. I don't feel like you're costing anyone or they're losing anything, because eventually they'll get to see the second half, even if they did just pay for one movie ticket. Now, with Disney Plus, I also need to have an X-Men series, and I'm thinking of a show called Academy X. And the cast of this, yes, every mutant I just told you about before. Maybe you can add Dazzler and Havoc and add more adult mutants as mentors. But as far as the kids go, the main character's got to be Quentin Quire, and the supporting cast of everybody. Every single young mutant that there is on this show. I'm talking about Armor, I'm talking about Dust and Rock Slide, and Julian Keller, put him in the show. The New Mutants will be older, I already said that, and they can be mentors or something like that. Maybe you have an episode where, hey, it's time to go to the Danger Room with Colossus. Who can beat him, the best? And I want to have all of the young mutants in that show, and it can help build the new movies. Like you can have Gentle show up, and Shuri drops him off by plane. Hey, we got a mutant in Wakanda. You guys are. This is the place to be, right? Here you go. Take him. And hi, what's your name? I'm Nesno. Okay, cool. You're part of the team now. There's so much opportunity for an Academy X series. They can have, how many X-Men mutant villains there are. You can have some mutant villains show up there too, because there's a lot that has not been touched on in the movies. We know that Feige likes not to repeat things that have been done before, and that's why Spider-Man doesn't have an Uncle Ben, and some people don't like that. Peter Starker, right? I don't mind that. I don't think you sacrifice Storm and Nightcrawler because it's just been done in Dark Phoenix, or you can't use Illyana because it's just been done in the New Mutants film. I say, man, the audience wants the characters and the audience wants them right. Don't necessarily repeat stories that we've seen before, but don't be afraid. Ooh, I'm contradicting myself, aren't I? I'm trying. Yeah. If it can be avoided, okay, avoid it, but not at the expense of seeing the character. I want to see Angel and I want to see um, Beast in blue and actually look beastly. Just because they didn't do it in the previous movies don't mean don't do that. Magneto should be in there too. He could be like the Omega boss mutant. He could be the Loki for the X-Men. That's the video. Subscribe by clicking on the thing that just popped up there. It's covered by my hair. And now I stare.